Yo, hello, welcome to the stream. As you can see, we don't have any camera or images on the stream. But welcome, we are back. We're doing feedback streams, and we have Exile here. He is here, you just can't see him.
Yo. I'm here, I swear.
He's in the background. We're not lying to you. You just have to believe us. Yeah, welcome back to the Bypass feedback streams. We're trying to bring these back. Obviously, we had a little bit of a hiatus, but let's change that, shall we?
Yes.
Exile, do you have anything to say just before we get into it?
Not much. Honestly, I'm just excited to hear y'all's tunes. Give you some feedback. I'm excited.
And stream his latest EP out now on Bypass Audio.
Yes. Stream it everywhere, all platforms. Do it. Do it now.
Do it now. Otherwise, we can't promise that we give good feedback. That's my promise for today.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, so let's just jump straight into it. We've got the first track for today by Astral Descent, and it's called Smoked. So if we just count down, let's get going. 3,
Right, let's do it.
2, 1, go. Okay, I think I may just cut it off there.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to start off or?
Sure, sure. Honestly, this is really solid. Overall, like, I think structure is nice, mix is nice. Um, for me, the only thing is I wanted a little more like out of the sound design. Um, they were cool sounds, but they're very like I don't know how to put it. Like, I've heard them a lot before, and like the flow is nice, but like I wanted more kind of like processing and processing, like variation in processing, I guess, for the sounds. Um, just to add like a little more. And I would try to boost the mids a little bit because the highs were it was clean, but like there was some points in the drop where the highs were um, kind of strong compared to the mids and the lows. So yeah, I would say um, a little more processing with sound design and stuff like that, and then yeah, mids and maybe boost the lows a little bit as well. But other than that, I think it's sick. Well done.
Yeah, and I will just tag along onto that. I think the track is very well structured. I will agree that the track's bases, anyway, just require a little bit more post processing, probably. Um, and the high end is one major part, especially on like the snare. You've either got like a snare with a lot of high end, or there's like a hat underneath it that has a lot of high end. That is a little bit piercing.
Yeah,
But other than that, this is really cool. I think just a bit of variation and a bit of post processing will do this track some good. Good job,
hell yeah,
Astral Descent. Send some more stuff in. I know that you've sent some
for
stuff in
real.
before, so it's nice to see the improvement.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, uh, let's move on to Nimbus and Hydrosonics with Leviathan. Have you got that track?
Yep.
Sweet. So let's jump into it in 3, 2, 1.
Damn,
That was really cool.
that was
I
very sick.
I liked the ideas there. Um, I'm just gonna go with what Skeletal said in the chat. I agree that the ideas are really cool. I can tell sort of like the gun bases have like an AU5 sort of like feel to them almost.
Mm.
But they do sound very not generic, but just stuff that we've heard before. So maybe just like switch it up a little bit. I think the track is really well executed overall. I liked the pre-drop where had the Reese come in and then like a bit of a fake out and then the Reese come in again and then it goes into the drop. And I like the switch you got in the second half as well. That's really cool. Mixing's really good. Sorry, I don't really have too much to say about this one to be honest.
Hell yeah. Um, I definitely agree with what Skeletor said. I For me, I would say the main thing, a lot of moments in this sound kind of like sound dry to me. Um, you have a lot going on, and it sounds like you're trying to fill up like all the stereo pretty well, but there's still some weird like emptiness on the sides that I feel like you could uh have some wide reverb in some places. And some washes and stuff like that. Um, but that and your guns and I mean a lot of the synths, the sub because it's such like I have I never really make anything in I think this is like in F. The key is like F or F minor or something like that. And with like really strong subs and something in high keys, you have to really pay attention to the mids of the sub because if you don't like cut it just a little bit, it can be really intense on like bigger systems or just like systems that have a sub in general. So I would pay attention to the sub a little bit. I would cut the mids just a little bit. Maybe not cut, just like a little dip for those guns specifically. But other than that, yeah, just like dryness in some places. I really like the whole structure of this. The flows are nice. That switch for the second drop, very nice. I was not expecting that. Um, but yeah, overall, I think this is sick.
Yeah, I could imagine hearing this on what's Chime's label? What's it?
Uh,
Forgot the label name.
whose label?
Chime.
Oh,
Rushdown. That's it. Rushdown.
yeah,
There we go.
Rushdown. Yeah,
I can imagine this on one of their compilations where they go a little bit away from
definitely.
color base.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Yeah. So I think that is it for that one. Thanks for sending that in. Definitely send some more stuff in. When demos are open, send us some demos because I think you could come up with some cool, darker dubstep sort of vibes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so let's just move on. So the next one we've got is Neo Chrono and Zaketh, I think is how you say that. Did I send you the track? I think I did.
Yeah, yeah.
Sweet. We mostly do EDM, but if you want to send some rap in, feel free. We're not gonna judge you.
Yeah.
It might not be the best feedback in the world, but you can definitely try. Anyway, let's just jump straight into this. So it's 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I'm just gonna pause there. If we had the camera
Holy.
set up, you should have saw some of the faces Exiles making.
That whole thing, I was freaking out. Holy, that's
Man,
insane.
yeah, that is really good. Literally,
Holy.
the only critique I have to this is that the first drop sounds a little bit messy, but
Mm,
it can kind of get away with it. I think it's one of those tracks where even though it's messy, it works. Um,
yeah.
second drop nailed it. Nailed
Yeah, no, second drop was insane.
it.
Um, yeah, I mean, I really don't have much to say. I'm gonna get very nitpicky because this is already really good. I love the intro a lot. Both drops I think are sick. The first one of I definitely get what you're saying. It can get a little messy. But specifically in the B section, uh, by the end of the B section, I was a little tired of the flow, and I wanted more like ear candy, and like cool little like different fills and stuff like that. Like I obviously love the granulizer type stuff, but I want more like I don't know, I want more weird flows with some like triplet shit or like kind of chopping up the granulizer stuff. But yeah, just little ear candy that kind of helps you get through that last little bit of the first drop. Because like honestly, after hearing the second drop, I could see the second drop being the first drop. Just because the first drop it was a little like by the end of it again I was a little tired of it, but the second drop I was not tired of it at all. Like uh the first part was sick, and then the B section I was even more so. I was just like that's when my face was going crazy. I was freaking out. But Yeah, that's literally it. I think this is sick. And please send me a download of this ASAP. I
Yes,
want this.
please enable downloads because this would go, especially the second half would go hard
Yeah,
live.
yeah, that was crazy.
Also, huge shout out to for having like a actual intro. Like the intro is so
Yeah, no,
sick.
this is like so unique and I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, I think you've nailed everything from what feedback point. I don't have anything else to add on to that, so keep it up. Send us demos when they're open, or send them to
Yeah.
the Spotify playlist thing. Email. There you go. That's the word. Send it to the Spotify
Yeah.
email. We'll put it on your playlist. Yeah. So next track is from Jackson, and it's Rockstar.
Jackson.
Jackson. Okay, so in 3, 2, 1. Jackson is incredibly sweaty in that photo.
Very sweaty. Shiny.
Okay.
That's insane.
Yeah. Um.
Um, man, okay, so for me, I really like the sounds in this and the percussion and everything. I think the only thing that it's missing is some like Eugene style like big Reese basses. Because like I like all the sounds in this, but I feel like it needs something else to kind of carry it. So like, uh, I don't know, like at the start of every four or something, or like even just every eight, like a big fat Reese, I feel like would be really sick with this. Um, but literally, other than that, I really like this. Very unique.
Yeah, I agree. I'm also gonna throw in. I feel like I've noticed it a lot recently as well, like glitches and like rewinds or like the scratchy sound that you've sort of got going on here.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool when used correctly. Um, I think this track is like on the edge of using it a little bit too much. Personally, I think in a live environment, and I'm going to use this in a live environment. Um, you've got to think of how people would dance along to it, sort of. And
Yeah.
when you have the scratch or like the rewind every like 2 or 3 seconds, it can really put people off. Um, Again, there are instances where that works. I think this is like on the cusp of like working, but also maybe tone it down just a tiny bit.
No, yeah, I
I
agree. I definitely agree.
And I also agree. I also think that it does come down to like artistic choice as well. I know that a lot of people have that artistic choice to just like throw it in there just because it sounds like that will sound cool. There you go, chuck that in. Um, that is my only gripe with this. I do agree. Add in like the Eugene sort of low end, greasy bass every couple bars or so. Um, Other than that, I think the mixing's really good on this. I really like the drums. They have like a bit of weight to it.
Yeah. Fat.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to say. So,
Oh
thank
yeah.
you, Jackson.
Jackson.
Jackson. Moving on, I'm scared of that image.
Yeah, it's
That is terrifying.
a little scary.
We have Zytra. So, let's just jump into it in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop it there just because assume it's just a plucks going on at
Yeah.
the end there. Um, yeah, I think this is really cool. I think the transition from the first drop to the bridge was a bit jarring. I think that could use a little bit of work. Just have it slowly go out or fade out or convert the two. Just make it a bit smoother so it doesn't randomly just go into that bridge and then you're like, oh, okay, the drop's ended.
Yeah.
I love the second drop. I really like that second. First drop gets a little bit repetitive, but I think the actual base design is really cool. Other than that, I
Yeah.
don't really have too much else to say besides just fix the transitions.
Yeah. I would say I definitely I agree with that. I think my main thing for so I also really like that second drop. It's very nice. The first drop, I've already said this to I can't remember which track it was, but um once you get to the B section, you need fills and little ear candy here and there to carry and like keep the listener engaged and wanting to keep listening to the track. Um I'm all for like I'm definitely one of those people that I love big switches for a second drop and making it like as different as you can. But I feel like the issue that everybody always runs into, and which I did all the time, is you make a second drop that you like a lot more, but then you realize you're like, wait, like either people aren't gonna get to the second drop because that's just dubstep listeners. We listen to drops and kind of move on to the next. And But also like you sometimes it feels like you waste a good drop on the second one because a lot of people won't listen to it. So a lot of people will listen to this and say like, "Oh, you should make that first drop or the second drop the first drop." Um, but I really do think you can make that first one work. Just more fills, keeping it fresh, and like again with that transition, the transition was also a really big thing. If you have that ear candy and like cool fills and stuff like that, and you're able to transition it really nice, like people will like keep listening 100%. And then once you're in that second drop, like you have people locked in at that point. Um, so yeah, I would say that there was a couple times where I was like, I wanted a little bit of like reverb fills and like kind of just little reverb tails here and there. Because there were some moments where it felt a little dry. Other than that, I really like this whole thing, honestly. Very cool intro. Um, and both drops are very sick.
Yeah,
I like.
I like. We like very much.
Hell
Uh,
yeah.
yeah. Thanks for sending that in. Definitely send us an updated version as well because I feel like with a few tweaks, this could be really, really, really good.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Thank you, Zytra. Let's move on to Two Face with ID. So, whenever you're ready,
Ready?
3, 2, 1. I want to hear what this last bit's.
What is it?
I agree.
Nice. Oh man.
Yeah, you can go first if you want.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure Two Face has sent this into my stream before. I don't know if it's an updated version. It sounded updated to me because it sounded a lot more full. I could be wrong on that, but I've already told him I love this idea so much. I would say I think the last feedback I gave you was to like fill out the drops a little more, and it definitely feels more full. Now I think all you have to do is get your drums a little better. I would say make sure you have a good side chain, and just I want the drums to hit a lot harder. So like a thicker kick, big clap, kick clap combo. I feel like if you get some nice like clean loud drums in there, that this would be perfect. For real, I really like this idea. But yeah, other than that, for me, I think that's it.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much I can add on to that either. I absolutely love that intro, and I love how it like progressively continues throughout the drop as well. Again, I think I'm with you on the drums. Like, get those drums punchy and going through the mix, and this is a banger. And I would say just send it to me once it's done, because I've got some cool stuff at the end of the year that I potentially involved in, if they are interested.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, this is sick. Send it in again, or send it to my DMs. It's just Solaroid on Discord once it's done. I'd love to hear the final version of this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Shout out Two Face. This is a banger.
For you.
Yeah. So moving on, we have. I can never pronounce his name correctly, and it's probably because I'm British. Is it Tolot or Tolot? Is that how you say his name?
It's Tolet. Yeah, Tolet.
Okay.
This is actually a Atlanta local. I was just with him last night.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, he's sick.
Well, let's give it a listen. It's Tolet. God, I'm awful.
Yeah. No, you're good.
With Hoonigan VIP. Again, I probably butchered that again. So 3, 2, 1.
VIP.
I do not have anything to say about this.
Yeah, he already knows how I feel about this one. I love this one so much. I only feedback is to finish it. You really did blue ball us for that second drop.
Yeah, I love the swing. It is so good.
Yeah, yeah, I love it.
Yeah, this is very good. I have nothing to say. Just finish it.
Finish it, please.
Finish it, please. Yeah, good job. I'm gonna give you a cheeky follow. There we go.
Do it.
Cheeky.
Yeah, deserved.
Yeah. Right. Uh, let's just move on then. uh,
Yeah.
we have
Next.
a bypass regular Spiter with Cry of the Deity.
Boyda. Yes.
So let's just give this a listen in 3, 2, 1. That was sick.
Brother. That was insane.
uh, Spiter has come a very long way since I've first met him. He's gone from making good music to making stuff that is like very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, there's still a few things, but obviously he knows that like he's one of those people that will just like take feedback like it's nothing and then just do it.
Yeah, literally.
So one noticeable thing on this track. I don't know if you noticed it. The build-ups. There is a lot of low-end rumble, and it gets very distorted and clipping. Um, and it actually kind of hurt my ears a little bit. I had to take my headphones off just slightly. um, just in the build-up, just get rid of some of the rumble. Add something else in there to make up for it. Like you don't need a lot of low end for that build-up. Um, I can understand where you're coming from because obviously it's sort of kicks and drums sort of building up to the drop. But just a bit of EQ should fix that. And if it's still if it sounds a bit empty after you've done that, just add small bits back in, and that should be fine. The snare comes through really, really clean, which is nice. I don't really have too much to say about this one, to be honest. Besides that bit.
Yeah, honestly, same. I would agree with that. I remember you showing me this second drop in Discord one day. I don't remember it sounding this good, so I don't know if you improved on it or I don't know what you did, but that second drop is insane. Um, this whole thing, I love it a lot. And you've really like the work you've put in on this track, like it just how different it sounds from when you first sent it to me. Like you you know how to take feedback so well and actually implement it, and like you're insane. I really like this a lot. But yeah, I got nothing else.
Yep, I don't have anything else. I just think keep making music even if you don't think it sounds too good because it will still lead to improvement.
Yup,
Um, yeah, I
true.
think was it this? Yeah, Dramatics put it perfectly. His creative bug is a leech.
Yeah, yeah.
um, yeah, man, keep it up. Change a few things, send it back in. Send it to me personally if you need to. Send it to Exile if you want to. I don't know if he cares. They're probably like, nah, leave me alone.
No, no, I've downloaded multiple versions of this track already.
Yeah, man, good job. Um, right, so let's move on from Spiter to Hector. I can't
Oh,
remember if I sent you
yes.
this one.
Yeah, I got it.
Sweet. So we've got Hector of High Noon. So in three, two, one.
Were you not entertained? Were you not entertained?
Bam.
Damn.
Holy, my
uh,
God.
yeah. I don't really have anything to say.
Oh man, Only thing I'll say, I love this a lot. That square is so fat, especially with that sub. Like, so fat. Only thing for me is I'm not a big fan of the clap or snare that you're using. Um, I feel like this kind of uh like big square needs like a more like a snappy transient with like a good. I feel like the clap you have has a nice tail, um, but I want more like of a snappy transient at the start of it. But that's literally it. I love the flow so much. It gives me big hacks vibes, which I'm obsessed with hacks. So I love it a lot.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think the sound design kind of reminds me. It's probably a long shot, but it reminds me a little bit of Automate. I don't know if it's just the way that it's
Yeah,
mixed. It has
it
that
might
sort of
be.
vibe.
Yeah, yeah, I
Um,
agree.
but yeah, this is sick. If this is something I can possibly download, please send it to my email at lewis@bypassmusic.com. Pretty please, thank you.
Yes, I would also like a download, please.
Yeah, this is sick. Keep it up. I've given you a cheeky follow.
Big. Yeah, he's insane.
Okay, so let's move on.
Hamburger.
We've got Hamburger by Dave. Big ups, Dave.
Let's go,
That
Dave.
is definitely not a hamburger. Okay, so let's give this a listen in 3, 2, 1.
Hamburger.
Okay, I was not expecting that.
Yeah, that was insane. Holy.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah. So I really like this idea a lot. I would say the main thing for me is the sub. I feel like the sub could be a lot stronger. Um, Especially with the like your guns are so sick. I feel like they're very strong in the highs and the mids. But I feel like it's kind of lacking in the low end. Um, so I I would definitely beef up the sub. I would even throw a little like I couldn't tell if you already had one, but whatever you use to make your sub, I would do a very fast pitch envelope at the very start of it, just like um a couple like semitones just to give it more impact. Um a lot of tear out people do that, especially for subs with their guns. Um, so I would try that. But other than that, just really beefing up the sub. Um, I would also the transition between the I was not expecting the first drop to end where it did. So I would maybe work on that transition a little bit. Um, I would even like consider doing like the midsection. I was really not expecting at all. The little like of I don't know what you would call it, like garage kind of style.
It's like a breakbeat kind of.
Yeah, breakbeat. I was not expecting that. That was really sick. Um, but yeah, I was expecting a longer first drop. So I don't know if you extend that and make the transition into that like midsection a little shorter. Um, or just like work on the transitions. I feel like that's up to you. But yeah, other than that, I really, really like this idea. Definitely keep working on this because it's sick. And I want it, please.
Yeah, I agree. This is another one of those tunes where I'm like, please send it to my email when it's finished. I really like that second drop as well. It's the sort of fake out that you got going where it goes all almost like granular or like watery, and then it switches into like a slower version. That was really sick. I love that. Um, Again, the breakbeat midsection was really cool. I love the snare. The only thing I would say about the snare is don't use the same snare in the build up is what you do in the drop. Especially in the first drop, it's really, really noticeable. It gets kind of too loud. It kind of takes away from the drop a little bit. So maybe swap out the build up snare a little bit, even if it's just like a quieter version of your drop snare. At least it's not overpowering your build up. Yeah, I think Exile covered everything else. This is really sick. When it's finished, send it to my email at lewis@bypassmusic.com.
Yes.
Yeah, good job. Very, very sick. And I also appreciate the hamburger on the image.
Yes.
Yeah, nice
Very
hamburger.
good hamburger.
Okay, so moving on, we have the Mori with 1,000 cherry blossoms. I'm excited for this one.
Same.
So let's give this a listen at 3, 2, 1.
Damn.
Damn.
That is nice.
That is really,
really like
really
that.
nice. I was not expecting that like minimal snare that you got going on.
Yeah, I love that.
Such a nice touch. It's very nice. I
Yeah.
like the atmosphere. I like the idea that you've got going on. I don't really have anything to say here except finish it.
Yeah, really, I'm the same. Definitely finish it. I think all I was wanting was basically the drop, but like a stripped down version of it, where there's a lot more space and you like uh really get into like a break beat and like very. I could feel it going very ambient, but still like using those synths, just not as like intense. So definitely finish it. I can't wait to see where you go with this.
Yeah, and again, send it to my email. I feel like we've had so many good tunes come in today. It's kind of hard to give feedback when all of them are like this.
Dude, that's why I feel like a lot of feedback streams are this now. It's just everybody's too good.
You don't need feedback. Just make good music. You're sorted. You're
Yeah.
fine. um, yeah. Good job, Tamori. I can't really say much else to that. I think I followed him. I have followed him. There you go. Cheeky follow.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just move on from Damori. And we have Dark Mage X with Something Unto Death. So let's give this a listen. In 3, 2, 1. Your
Holy,
time shall come.
I love that
Uh,
voice line.
yeah, this is sick. This I feel like has like aspects of like older Death Step. I feel like that's the sort of
Yeah.
vibe that I'm getting from it, especially with the pan snare.
Mm-hmm.
um,
Yep.
the intro gives me like I can't remember what song it is. There's like an old song where it's like very space themed, and it's like it's almost like they do like a bit of a documentary before the track comes in. It's like into outer space
Ooh.
we go through the XYZ. It's like a really old like track. I can't remember off the
Oh
top of my
shit.
head, but this is like it gives me very spacey vibes for the intro, um,
Yeah.
which is sick. I'm all about that. Um, Snare. As much as I love a good death step snare, especially when it's like a pan snare, it does hurt my ears a little bit. I may just be personal preference, but I personally this one hurts my ears. The high end is a bit too much. Um, Again, it may just be me with listening to too much dubstep nowadays. Um, yeah,
That's fair.
that's like my only thing. I think the like machine gun basses are fine, especially if you're going for like that older vibe. The mix doesn't sound like it's glued together as well, which is like one other thing that I would probably work on. Just compress some things together, EQ some things, just make sure it sounds very full and together. Um, Other than that, I don't really have too much to say. I guess this is kind of like an artistic theme, and I can see on your tags of this track as well. It does say Death Step.
Yeah.
So like Death Step isn't something that I listen to a whole lot, but I can understand like the concept of it. It's more like the modern tear outy stuff that I would sort of correlate this to. So if you're going for more of a tear
Yeah.
outy modern stuff, definitely work on your mixing a little bit. If you're going for like the older sort of like Pandorum sort of sound, this is like fine, I think. Probably just some mixing on that snare, some possible transitions and what have you.
Yeah. Um, I definitely agree. I love the intro. Um, Definitely gives me old school like Death Set vibes. Dark Mage has been sending stuff into my stream for years now, and um, definitely been big on Death Step for a long time. And honestly, this is like such a huge improvement on like some of your like first stuff that you were sending in. Um as like I'm kind of like I used to be into Death Step and stuff. That's kind of like where I started. Um and was used to be really into it. And this just straight up it gives me vibes of a track that I would be obsessed with back when I was really listening to it. Um so well done on that. But yeah, if you want to modernize it a little bit, um maybe clean up the mix just a little bit. Uh it definitely got kind of muddy in the mids and low end in the drop. Um I do pan snares like I don't really feel one way about them. Like I think some of them can work, some of them can't. I think this one's okay. Maybe definitely EQ those harsh frequencies just a little bit. Um, but other than that, I really dig it. Again, the intro, I love the intro a lot.
Baseman. I've got to find that track after this because that's going to really annoy me now. uh, yeah, no, this is sick. Definitely send some more stuff in. Send them to my email if you want to, because I do go through that daily, and 9 times out of 10 you will get a response. So if you want some personal feedback,
Yes.
send it to my email. I do check it. Trademark hashtag bypass email submission. Yeah, that's
Do
all I have
it.
to say. Yeah, good job. Let's move on to who is it? Initiates with
Initiate.
00064B. Sick title name.
Yeah.
So,
All of his tracks are titled like that.
well
All numbers.
then, on brand then. So yeah, let's give this a listen in 3, 2, 1.
Yo.
Yeah, this is sick. This
I was
kind of
not
reminds
expecting
me of Kanoto a little bit. The kind of
Yeah,
vibe I'm getting from this.
definitely Kanoto vibes.
Kanoto, Kanoto if he was a little bit evil.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Man, I mean, honestly, I don't really have much to say about this. I agree with Talit. You need to collab with Deathfloor ASAP.
Mm.
Um, uh, but yeah, I really like this. I was not expecting this from you, and it's a decent surprise. I like it a lot.
Yeah, no, I think a Deathfloor collab would go hard. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be insane.
Deathfloor, if you're watching, get a collab with this man right now.
Hit him up.
Hit him up.
Do it.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say about this, to be honest. I think this is sort of, you can tell it's inspired by Kanoto, but that's not a bad thing at all. It's really good. So good job.
Hell yeah.
I have given you a cheeky follow as well, so yeah, cheeky followed.
Let's go.
Okay, so moving on, we have, I'm gonna butcher this name as well. Arumo? Is that how you say that?
Maybe I'm right there with you on this one.
I'm gonna say Arumo. If that's not how you say your name, I'm really sorry. I'm British. That's my excuse. So let's just give this a listen in 3, 2, 1. Hey, yo, I was not expecting that.
Holy, yeah. 165 followers? What?
That is crazy. It's now 166 because I've just given you a follow.
167.
Hell yeah. This reminds me a little bit of Butte Noise. It has that Butte Noise
Yeah,
feeling to it, and I'm all
definitely.
for that. Um, I really don't have anything to say, to be honest. I think this is one of those tracks where it would be better if you just finished it and then sent it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job, man.
Uh,
This is sick.
yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to say. Maybe the one synth that has that it's like very strong tonality and those higher frequencies. Uh, maybe I would tone those down just a little bit. They were a little intense. But I think like the loudness of everything is like perfect. So I think if you uh just EQ those a tiny little bit, I think it would be perfect. But yeah, definitely finish this.
Yes, definitely finish and definitely send it to my email. Lewis@bypassmusic.com. I'm not plugging it at all. Yeah, keep it up, man. I'm gonna keep my eyes on you because I feel like you've got a lot of potential there. Giving you a follow as well. So yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have Raw Rocket with Doom Mastered. I'm assuming that's just because it's mastered. The actual track name's Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give this a listen. 3, 2, 1. This is very nice.
Yeah.
It's almost got like not an old school feel, but it's got like I guess it is kind of an old school feel. It's
A little
modern
bit.
but old school. It's a weird
Yeah.
combo.
It is. Yeah. Um I I really like this idea. I was not expecting this combo of sounds. It's interesting and I like it, but I feel like your like A sections with the more like liquidy sounding whatever synth that is. Um I feel like there's a lot of potential there to do a little more. Um I feel like uh it needs something more like a stronger sub to carry it, or um like another synth, or maybe the same synth just like processed a little differently to kind of um switch up things and maybe add some other flows in there. um I thought the B sections were sick when you introduced those other synths. um I was definitely not expecting that. um but yeah, I just feel like you could get a little more out of the A sections in both drops. Uh, but other than that, I really like this idea. Has a lot of potential. I would love to see you work on this a little more.
Yeah, I completely agree. Um, I could imagine this track sort of being in like a almost like a tech commercial. Is that kind of weird to say?
Yeah.
Which is great because that means you've got something down. Like the mix, I really like the mix on this. Like, um, yeah, I think everything that XR said pretty much spot on. I could imagine this in a yeah, I could imagine this in a tech like advertisement, which is a good thing. Um, yeah, you bet, man. I'd love
Hell
to
yeah.
give you a follow because I'd love to check out your other stuff after stream. Um, yeah, thank you for sending it in.
Hell yeah.
Moving on, we have
Oh God.
Surgeon. I'm assuming that's his name. Surgeon and
Yeah.
it lives, it lives. I can never get his name correct.
I think as it lives.
It lives with an ID.
Yeah.
So let's give this a listen. 3, 2, 1.
Jesus.
That is crazy. That was so good.
God.
Finish.
Yeah. Please finish this.
Finish.
I nothing else to say from me. I need it finished.
Finish. There is a download, but I won't download it until it's finished.
Yeah, same.
I have nothing to say at all.
Yeah. Fucking well done. Yeah, you guys are insane.
There's been so many good tracks coming today.
So many. Honestly, I was not expect like I knew they were gonna be good, but I was not expecting this. Y'all are cracked.
Yeah, that's crazy. Um, no feedback, so I'm just gonna move straight on. Just send it again once it's finished because I want to hear the whole thing. Send it to Exile once it's finished with a download.
Yes, please.
Kisses, thanks. Uh, moving on, we have Camely, I think is how you say that, with World's
Yeah.
Beginning. So give this a listen in 3, 1. Okay.
Some old school vibes.
Yeah, that's really cool. Not what I was expecting at all.
Same.
um, the main thing I would say about this is I hate when people sidechain vocals, especially when they're like
Yeah.
over the top. Please, please don't. Um,
No, yeah.
I don't really have too much to say. I think this is sort of like going back to the old style again, so I think it's very artistic in the way that you approach things. Um, drums really punchy. I really like the drums. Structure overall, it seems like you get a little bit lost in the structure, but I think that again is just you trying to tell a story and you just sort of got lost a little bit, which is fine. It happens.
Yeah.
um, Yeah, I don't really have too much to say about this one, to be honest.
Um, yeah, honestly, same. Like it's hard for me to give feedback on like stuff like this because I've never really made it, and it's like just because it is kind of like an older style that I don't listen to anymore. Definitely used to. Um, like when I was first getting back into dubstep and stuff like that. But um, like I think it's pretty solid. There, I definitely agree with you on the like. I kind of got lost a couple times. Where there would be like a switch that lasted for like a couple bars, and then it goes straight back into uh like the main drop. But I was kind of wanting more out of those switches. Um, so maybe extend those a little bit. I feel like you could get a lot more out of those. But yeah, other than that, this is really fun. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. This style again, I agree. It's a style that I haven't listened to in a very long time. But when you do it right, it's really nice to just have in the background and just like chill to, or have it in like a playlist, which is perfectly fine. You'll notice that a lot of people that have music on like their Twitch streams, for instance, will probably have this on there if you were to do it that way. Um, which would probably be the best route for this sort of music because it's not something that you, in a nice way, it's not something that you like pay attention to a lot, but it's like
Yeah,
good, nice to listen to in the background if that makes sense. Um,
yeah,
which is great. That's a good thing to have.
absolutely.
But yeah, no, this is sick. I'm gonna give you a follow because I want to check out your other stuff, see if it's all like that, because then that'd be really cool. Um, yeah, good job, really sick.
Hell yeah, well done.
Okay, so we're moving on to In Vain. Did I send you that track? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got In Vain with the track With Me. So let's give this a listen in 3, 2, 1. Wow,
Damn.
that was sick.
Damn.
That was so clean.
I really like that.
So do I. Ah, it's gone on to the next track. Oops, there you go.
Oh yeah. It's like, what's happening? Um yeah, I love these kind of tracks with the like this kind of intro where it's very like chill and simple, has some keys, nice vocal, um lots of reverb, and then just goes into a very it's like uh very like it's not simple, but it's like it's minimal, a minimal drop that's still like disgusting. And both like in the first drop, I loved the first drop, and then you had that little break, and then into the that second drop that got me, and I love that a lot. The only thing I would say, this is totally a personal preference, but I would love a clap with a little more of a tail on it. Even just like a layer with a nice little tail on it, I feel like would help it a lot. Other than that, I think this is perfect. So yeah, I will be downloading this. Thank you for having
I will.
me.
I will also be downloading this. There's one bit in here that did throw me off just a tiny bit, and I thought I had another tab opened. I can't remember. I'm just going to quickly skim through it because it's yeah. So this section here, the like pianos to come into the bridge, sort of came out of nowhere, and I thought I opened another tab.
Yeah.
Even if you just had it like quietly fade in, I think that would probably benefit that. Um, Everything else, perfect. I think this is a sick tune. I will be downloading. Thank you very much.
Hell yeah.
Um, yeah, wow. There's been a lot of sick tunes. I'm actually blown away.
Yeah. Insane tunes today. Holy.
Okay, so we have Dramatics next with Distress Call. So, whenever you're ready.
Yes. Ready?
3, 2, 1. Man,
Holy.
that is heavy.
Heavy as fuck. Oh my god.
Snare go brrr.
Yeah, for real. My god. Man, I'm pretty sure you've sent this in to me before. I don't know if it was this whole finished version. Um, but I love this track. It's one of my favorites from you. I don't have much to say. Really. It's just solid. Very
Yeah,
solid track.
I agree, and I'm going to be that guy that says I recognize that starting bass from somewhere. It's from a sample pack somewhere, and I don't know where it's
Oh
from.
shit.
The only reason I bring this up is because if this does get released, you know for a fact there's going to be a few people that call you out on using it from a sample pack. I personally don't care. I think it fits the track as long as the whole track isn't stolen. I don't care. And I know you're more than capable of swapping it out if you want to, but I think this is just the case that you heard a bass and you're like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. It fits in the track, so yeah. The only reason I bring that up is just because people will be a bit picky about it. Other than that, I think mixing is perfect. Everything else is really sick. This would go off live. 10 out of 10. I'm going to download it because it sounds very cool and epic.
Yup. Already copped it. Thank you. It's one of Skeletor's songs. He wrote the whole thing. Yes.
I stole the whole song. You know what? Fair enough. I don't blame you. It's a good song. There's no watermark in it, so no one really knows whose it is. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, good job, Domatics. This is sick, as expected from you. You don't really let me down. Don't let me down. Yeah, so I think we're going to call it off there. Just because I've got to go and do a few things, and I think it is getting a little bit late for you. I don't know what time it is for you, but
Yeah, a little bit. It's not terrible, but yeah. Yeah.
So we're gonna call it there. Sorry if we didn't get around to your tracks today. We will be doing these again fairly frequently. Or I want to bring these back. So thank you, Exile, for being on this feedback stream.
Of course,
It's
thank you
been
for
amazing
having
to
me.
have you on here. Hopefully we can have you
course.
again at some point. That'd be really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm down.
If you guys haven't heard it, go and stream Exile's Lost Voices EP. It's on every platform you can imagine. I will spam the link in the chat. If you want to keep up to date with everything that we do, follow our socials. It's in our bios. Yeah, Exile, do you have anything that you want to shout out just whilst we're here?
Not really. Just go stream the EP. Go support everyone on Bourbon Gang. Love everybody there and what they're doing. So do that. Stream EP. Follow Bypass. They're doing awesome things right now. And I can't wait to see what the rest of the year is like. But yeah, it was fun. Thanks for sending in tunes.
Yeah, and as you said, thank you for tuning in, sending in all your tunes. Again, if we didn't get to it, join our next stream because we will announce it on all socials. So follow us, and maybe we'll listen to your tunes live. Who knows? Might be someone just as epic as Exile next time. All right, guys. Thank you very much, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.